Hello, friends. How are you guys doing? And how? What's up? How are you guys doing? By the way, in this particular video, we will try to code a live whiteboard sharing application, and I hope so. You guys are excited, and you guys are excited. I don't know whether I'm live. I am. Am I? If I am, just say hi. Just say hello. Yeah, I am. I guess I got a notification. Okay. Am I live? Am I really live? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm. Oh, stop it! Yeah. Okay. So let's get started. First of all, what we'll do is we'll set up an application which will be a React and a Node.js application. So let's quickly do that. Let's open item, which is the place from where every application starts. But for some reason, something is already running there. So yeah, we'll restart this. So now I think nothing is running there, and we are good to go. Item app. Oh, wait, why does okay? Yeah, there you go. So we have iTerminal, and let's quickly do a few stuff. So let's go to the desktop. Not desktop. Let's go to the projects, and uh, let's hmm let's create a new folder called live whiteboarding, something like that. And let's go to live whiteboarding app. We'll be having two things. First is a front-end application. Second is a back-end application. We'll be talking with each other, and then we'll be good to go. So let's create an application called backend. Should I do it this way? No, I should not. I'll go to live, and let's remove the folder that is backend that we created, and let's create this using bun. Bun. You don't know what is bun is? No, no. I'll definitely tell you. I'll definitely tell you what bun is. So if you go and Google bun, not this actually bun.js, what you will get is you'll be getting this. So you'll be getting this. So it's a so you can do all these using bun, which is test, run, develop, build, bundle. It's a bundle. That's it. That's it. It's a Node.js bundler. That's what bun is. So we'll be using this. If you want to install bun, simply hit this particular command, and you'll have bun installed on your particular system. Now what we'll do is, why am I a little bit okay? Now that's good. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll just run yarn. Sorry, not yarn. Bun init. Package name is let's give the package name as I don't know. Yeah, that's okay. There you go. So we have all the things which we need, and there you go. Kind of cool. Okay, so we have basic stuff. So we have an index.ts file which we can run using this particular command, which is oh, we don't have that command. Dev bun dev. Does bun dev actually works? I don't know. Does that work? Like it just keeps on going. Yarn dev. Oh, that command doesn't. What is happening? Bun dev is not a command. So what we'll do is we'll just say bun install. Is there something which we can do for like about bun in the development? Let's look at the documentation. So it says bun start script and install the packages and bun is still under development. Okay, I get it. Oh, let's install nodemon. Simple stuff. Let's install nodemon. Let's do that. Let's install nodemon. So let's say yarn add no, not this. Bun add node bun as a development dependency. Let's add nodemon. Yeah. So nodemon is added. Now as we have nodemon, what we can do is we can just do nodemon bun index.ts file. So we can directly run TypeScript file using bun. Bun is super cool. So now I guess we can run dev and ts node exec not found. So bun add ts node. I don't think so we require ts node. One index dot yes. Yeah. So it ran, but there's nothing in this file, so nothing ran. Okay. So one add. Hey Rahul bhai, what's up? How are you? So one add as a development. Let's add Express. Do we need Express? Yeah, I think so. We need Express. Do we really need Express? I don't know. We don't need Express, bro. We need Socket.io. So let's add Socket.io. What you're doing today, bro? Please explain once more. We are making uh, a real time whiteboard application like this, but real time. Have you seen Excalibur? Like a lot simpler version of this, but yeah, if you'll get like how I'm creating this, like you can do this and you can draw stuff and do all those things, but this will be real time. You can share this board and this will be happening at two different places in the same time using the power of Socket.io. That's the goal, at least. Okay, so we have added Socket.io. The next thing what we'll do is we'll start coding. So we need something called an HTTP. From the HTTP library, there is a thing called create server. We need this, and let's create the app and let's call it create server. That's good. Now what we can do is we can import uh, something from Socket.io. I think WS is also a good, like Socket.io. We can use this as well. This is also a good library to use, which is the WS library. This will also give you the Socket.io. I think we should use WS instead of Socket.io. Yeah, let's use WS. So bun remove Socket.io, bun add WS. Good. Okay. So now we can just get rid of all these things and we can say WS. Yeah. So it's WebSocket server, WS new WebSocket server. Okay, we can only host WebSocket server. That's also an option we have. But I want to host it along with something. Hold on, friends. I think there's someone on the door. Just a sec. I'll be back. Yeah, I'm back. Okay, so should we do this way? Yeah, we can. Let's do it this way. Like let's only okay. This is how I want to do it. So I want to keep an external HTTP server. That's what I want to do. Like, is there any advantages? No, it's quite fine. How many of you are bored with VS Code and want to try something new? Let's try something new. Let's try to do this time. Uh, let's go for Vim this time. Let's code in Vim. Yeah. So uh, index.ts. That's what we want to do, and I want to create it a little bit bigger. Yeah. So what do we need? We need, hold on. So it needs cert and all those things. So it requires like so inside this we have a web something like a web socket server, right? No, I don't want that. I want a web socket server. So what do I want? I want uh, a WebSocket server, which is a new WebSocket server. Yeah, that also works. But I don't want to do something like that. So I want to say like a server is equal to an create server. Create server comes from HTTP, right? Yeah. What is going on? Const server is equal to create server. Cool. Oh, this uh, hmm okay, hold on. There's some issue with my tmarks. I'll have to kill this session, not this one. Okay, so hmm. So we have the server. So now what we can do is we can just pass this over here. We can say server, and then we can do this, and then we have a server, WebSocket server, and then we can say connection. So this is something which we can do, and we have this. Cool. So we have a so this WebSocket. We can keep storing this somewhere. So this is our basic server. Should we care about the server first or the client first? I think we should care about the client first. This is hmm, we should care about the client first. Yeah. Let's create a so we'll say bun create wheat. Okay. Let's say front end. Now create in React TypeScript. Uh, okay. So I like okay cd to front end. Let's install all the dependencies. So how we can install dependencies is by doing bun install, I guess. That will install everything. Cool. Now what we can do is we can just call bun dev, which will run this in development environment, I guess. I can just click this. This is what it is right now. So the next thing what we can do is we can just, I'll just move myself. Okay, I'm good here. Yeah. Uh, yeah. So in the front end, we'll go to the app.jsx, tsx, whatever, right? And we'll start making the application over here. So we can get rid of all these things, I guess. We can get rid of all these right now. Yeah. So this will be a blank application, and then what we can do is we can go to the CSS file, and we might get rid of all like uh, these as well. So we don't need any of these. We can even delete this app.css file. Yeah. So we'll delete this app.css file. We go here and let's actually set up our basic application. If we save this, and we must be having an index.css as well. This has a lot of things. So we'll delete this as well. And now we have a blank application, like completely blank application. So now what the first thing what we'll do is we'll have a canvas over here. So I just want to do like a canvas. I just let's put the canvas inside a div. So let's have a canvas. So we have a canvas over here. You can't see the canvas. The reason is because it is there, but like it's really small and it's transparent, so you can't see it. The next thing what we can do is we can just create a canvas ref, right, like this, and then you could have like a use ref. Yeah, exactly like that. Use ref. Uh, Sometimes auto completion is super annoying. Like it annoys you sometimes. Like, it helps you of course a lot, but sometimes it is super annoying. uh Not auto completion, I'm talking about AI based auto completion like Copilot and all. Okay, so there you go. So we have a canvas ref, and then what we can do is we can have like a all the logic control the canvas from here, right? So let's create a let's create a file, and let's call it which whiteboard.es, and this is class whiteboard. uh, yeah, and this will have so let's export this class. So export default whiteboard. So this is our whiteboard class, and it expects a canvas inside it. So it expects a canvas instance. So Yeah, right. And then there could be a constructor, and we can pass the canvas from here, right? And this could be like HTML canvas, right? And then what I can do is I can say I can say this dot canvas is equal to canvas, right? Cool. So this will do what is this will simply, whatever canvas we pass over here, it will assign this to this particular class. So this will be, that will be a property of this class. And now over here in this use effect, what we can do is we can just take the canvas, which will be canvas ref dot current, and we can just say canvas ref on change of the canvas ref. This will basically trigger, and we say if there is a canvas, then what we can do is we can just say whiteboard uh, const whiteboard uh, I don't want to do that. I want to say const whiteboard. What is fabric? Canvas. It's a canvas library, fabric.js. I mean, good library, but I want to do it like custom without any library. I'm just thinking, I think using a library for this is a wrong idea. I shouldn't use even React. This will complicate stuff. I shouldn't use React. That's my realization. I shouldn't use React. Yeah. I can do this without React, and even better, I can do this better without React. So yeah, let's try to do this without React. I don't want to use React. Uh, yeah. So now what we can do is in the front end we can create a normal index.html file, and then in the HTML file we can say canvas app, something like that, or whiteboard app, something like that, right? And then what we can do is we can link a script. This will be JavaScript then. How can I compile it? Oh wait, hold on. I can do something like uh, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, I am in the wrong folder. rm/rf front end, and then we can, what we can do is we can say one create wheat, and then we can say front end to this, and we can select like a vanilla TypeScript project, and then uh, I can go to the front end, and then I can say bun install and bun dev, right? Cool. So this is the same kind of project, but now it is in not using React, so which is cool. So wait, did we? I don't know why do we have this. We just delete. Just don't want this. I either want this CSS. I don't want this as well. I don't want any of these things. This is okay. Um, so here what I want to do is I don't want to have this. This is okay, but there's no this. So in the main dot I don't want any one of these things. So what I want to do is I want to first create a canvas. So I want to say const canvas is equal to document dot create element canvas, and then after that what we can do is we can assign a width and height to it. So I want to do that like so so I'm going to create a constant file. So right, so now what we can do is we can go to the constants file, and we can say export const canvas width is equal to window dot inner width, and then we can say export const canvas height is equal to window dot inner height. Super cool. So now we have these two things. We can assign that to the canvas. So canvas dot width is equal to width, or I would say canvas width, and height could be canvas dot height. So super cool. Next thing, what we can do is we can okay, here we have this, and I guess now we'll be having a canvas which will be throughout the app. So now the next thing what we have to do is we have to include, like, we have to add this to the body. So we can say document uh, document dot body dot append uh, canvas, right? This will add the canvas to the body. And next what we can do is we can just take out the context out of the canvas. Canvas dot get context 2D, so that we want to take the two-dimensional context, and then we'll have an animation loop, so that when you drag stuff or drop stuff and all those things, we can visualize that. So we'll have an animation loop, right? So what does this do is, I'll just explain, hold on. Right. So this request animation frame is like kind of a recursive thing. So it will call itself like a lot of times, so that we can make changes and do all sorts of stuff. So the first thing what we'll do is we'll call the animation loop. We'll start the animation loop. Super cool. And yeah, so let's first start by actually drawing something. We'll direct yeah, it's working, it's perfectly working. Now you see that white border all around because of some CSS issues, which we're gonna fix right now. Body margin 0, padding 0, and that will fix our issue. And then what we can do, one overflow width is 100%, height is 100 dh, which is vertical height, and then overflow hidden. So this will so this will remove all those white spaces and all those stuff, and so this is working. Okay, so the next thing what we want to do is we want to have an ability to draw something, and how can you draw something? That's the question. Okay, so this is interesting. So first of all, we want an ability to draw. So for that, like, we'll have to create controls first. So let's actually do that. So we'll have this, and we'll call it I think it wouldn't be appearing because we just said overflow false, but it would be appearing once. How should we do this? We want to have some buttons. So I just want to check one thing. If we just say test, is it in? Oh, it is there. It is there. It is there. You can see this is the test over there. Yeah. So we can have some buttons over here. That is something which is good. So let's create a div, and let's create the first button, which is draw. So this button, if you click draw, what will happen is you can draw stuff on the screen. Our button looks very boring, so let's give some styling to this. That's a very big button. I don't want position absolute. I neither want these two. I don't want, definitely don't need that. And that would be working. Wait, hold on. Background color wise, that white. So Why is my button not appearing now? What's wrong? Okay, it's appearing and then it's disappearing. So there is some sort of issue going on there. Over there. So forget about this button though. Let's first start coding this. So we can have few states of the whiteboard. So first of all, let's create a new class and let's call it whiteboard. So whiteboard.ts, and let's create a class called whiteboard. So and then what we can have is we can have a constructor over here, and then what we can do is we can just say export default whiteboard. Cool. Next thing what we can do is we can just we can take some properties, but we'll do that later on. First of all, we'll have two functions to this. One is the draw function and one is the update function, right? And then why is that required, we'll be understanding in a while. But first of all, let's create a new whiteboard. So let's say const whiteboard is equal to new whiteboard, and then what we can do is we can just we can say whiteboard dot draw, and after drawing what we can do is whiteboard dot update. Yeah, so in the whiteboard, in the draw function, we can pass the context from like where we are drawing, and we can say this is canvas rendering context 2D. That's what we want. And here, as we have the context, what we can do is we can pass this context over here. Now the error is appearing because the context should be existing. So if the ctx exists, then only do this kind of stuff. Okay, yeah, cool. So in the whiteboard, what just to like get started, just to get a vibe of what we are doing, if I just say yeah, if I say that, you can see there's a rectangle, right? So now let's think about how can we draw something, right? So like what is drawing, let's say, how do you define it? So when you move your cursor, right, it's like path, it's like coordinates of everywhere where your cursor moved, right? Clearly, right? That's what it is. So first of all, what we can do is we can just we'll have to create some listeners like is mouse down. I don't think so that is even that required. So we can say mouse positions, that should be an array of numbers, array of you can say number, like that, right? That could be an array of numbers, and then what we can do is we can initialize this. So we can say mouse pos is equal to nothing, like an empty, right? And then what we can do is we can just register event listener. So we can say yeah, that is okay. That's what we want to do, but we want to do it conditionally, right? We want to do it only when the mouse is down, otherwise we don't want to do it. So what we can do is we can just create a listener, local listener, like mouse down is equal to false. Initially it will be false, and then we can say on mouse down, right, we can set it to true, and oh, it's once, so we do left, and say yeah, so that's false. Great. So mouse down is true and false, and based on that, whether it is down or not, we'll be adding this to this. So if the mouse down is true, then only we'll be adding that, but those two coordinates. Now mouse positions will contain all the coordinates, so it is just not this. So what we have to do is we have to, instead of doing this, we have to do this dot, no, not that, this, that's what, this dot mouse pos dot push, yeah, we don't want to push like this, we want to push like an array, right? So it's an array of array, right? Yeah, so it's an array of all the mouse positions. Cool. And while we move it, this collects, like if the mouse is down, this will collect the information that okay, the mouse is down and these are the positions. Okay, cool. next thing what we have to do is we have to draw that, right? And how are we going to draw it? Now let's think about it for a second. So every time the context is available, we want to do one more thing. From zero to canvas width, canvas height, we want to clear it so that we have a new canvas and we don't overlap stuff. Super cool. And in the whiteboard, now what we can do is we can start drawing stuff, I guess. Instead of drawing the rectangle, we'll be drawing a line which will start from the mouse position and it will go like to everywhere. So what we can do is we can say ctx dot begin path, right? And then we can say ctx dot move to, and we can move to, yeah, that's exactly what I want. And yeah, it is writing the yeah, exactly what I want to do. So then I can say close path and I can stroke this. So I guess this should be constructing something. Is it working? So, oh, this is draw. So we have to write this in update loop, I guess. But draw is also running every time. I mean, come on. Let's first start simple. Let's see, can we draw a line, a simple line? So let's say like move to a line to something like 200, 200. Do we have a line? We don't have a line. So we have to say cts dot stroke. I don't see a line. Do you see a line? I don't see a line. Let's move to like 10, 10. Are we having any error or something? Oh, now we have an line. So we have a line. What we have to do is we just have to see what's going wrong over here. So we move to the first position. I think the problem is log whatever. So yeah, it is collecting. It is 100% doing it. So we can do this a little bit more smartly. So we can have a mouse position. Instead of mouse position, it should be path. I guess that's a wrong name. So path and then path. Here also all the places there should be path. Cool. So and then I could have like a need to update the value of x and y after the mouse is out. After the mouse is out, is it even? I don't. Sorry, Vinas, I didn't get you. Like, what are you trying to say? It's not drawing, so that means okay. So it says cannot read properties of undefined reading 0 at 26. So okay. So this should only happen if there is something in the list. Okay, that's the problem. So all of these things. So we can say log. This is only valid if if there is some length to the list array. So this dot path dot length is more than 0, then only even like try any of these things. We can get rid of these and these stuff, and then I guess we should be able to, oh, we did it. We did it. It worked. It's working. Oh, our canvas size is very small for some reason. It's not setting. Oh, now it is okay. So now we are able to draw anything, but there's one little problem. See, we are able to draw stuff, but there's like a little problem. That little problem is when we go to the other place, it's just jumping there. It's not starting from that particular place. How can we do it? That's the question. So we could have multiple lines, right? I mean, like I can definitely do it. I can move it, but I don't want to do it like that. Like that. All the paths could be one. Okay. Hmm. How should I do it? That's the question I have to ask. Uh, should I so this is the type of this, and then I could have multiple lines, right? So I could have hmm. So the simple solution is when the mouse is down, I can just let's do something like this. So it will be an array of paths. So it could be multiple paths, and every paths could have a path in it. So that is like a it will be an array, like a three-dimensional array. So it will be an array of all the xy positions, right? I can do this like much more simply rather than this. We are doing this. Uh, let's let's create an interface. Let's call it position, and let's have it like x as a number and y as a number, and then this will make more sense, I guess, rather than we doing this. So it will be an array, and uh, it will be it will be array of lines, and those lines will be having positions. So positions array of array. Yeah. So we could do this. Now this dot path is an empty path. So we can say current path index or something like that. That's like the whatever the current. Okay, that we don't need to store that. So rather than pushing to the path, just push to the paths, and don't push that. Push to the uh, whatever is the okay. Hold on. Mouse down, right? So okay. So we'll have to initialize that path. So we'll have to say this dot uh, paths at this dot paths dot push. So whenever the first time not mouse moved, so whenever the mouse down happens for the first time, what I want to do is I want to say that this dot paths dot push. So there is another new path which is initially empty, which will push, and then whenever the mouse will be moving, we'll be pushing to the last path which is there, which is exactly this is what we want to do. So push x and y. So we don't want to push it like this. We can push it like this. Yeah. So we push the x and y to the last path. Is it clear? I mean, is it very confusing or something like that? If it is, I'm really sorry. So what we have to do is we have to do the same thing, but now for every path out there, right? So yeah. So do exactly this, uh, but for every path. Like we can take this begin path and we can put this up, and then we can take this if condition, we can cut this, and then what we can do is we can just say for path of paths exactly, and then we can paste that same thing, and then we don't have to say this dot path, it will be path, and then do not have to say this dot path uh, again. We say path uh, dot x at. So uh, one of the path is an array of, hold on, uh, path at 0 dot x, path at 0 dot y. This dot will not be there. Path at 0 dot y, and then what we can do is we can just we can remove this dot path, and yeah, and wherever is at 0 it will be dot x, comma, and there will be no this dot. I'm sorry, this is a really bad refactoring, but I'm still doing it, right? And then we can just take x, uh, uh, y, yeah. Now this should technically solve the issue, and we should be able to do it. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Oh wait, it's, why is it? It's not complex, bro. I'll explain. Hold on. It's not complex. It's easy. What we were doing, we are doing exactly the same thing, but we'll solve this issue. Of course, why does it go to the beginning of itself? Next time we'll solve this issue. But what I'm actually saying is, what I'm doing is, like, there are multiple paths, right? All these paths are there, right? So it's an array of paths, right? This array is actually an array of paths. So inside which there is, like, for every path I'm storing all their coordinates, like wherever my mouse is moving, and then I'm creating a line to all those different places. And you must be thinking, why are you just increasing the complexity and all? Because we have to represent the same thing in the server as well, and not for only lines. We have to represent the same thing in the server for other shapes too, right? So we want to reconstruct it to in others computer. That's a simple problem to solve. First of all, we have to draw it on our screen. Let me know what do you don't understand. I'll explain that. So that's the path. Great. So we can do this. There is like a small bug. Let's see how we can resolve this. And why is it happening? Why is it closing to itself? Oh, that's kind of weird. So it's like move to uh, so the problem is we should not do it like this. So it's paths, uh, hmm, const, no, let I is equal to 0, I less than paths dot length, I plus plus. We would need I, so we can say path is equal to path at I, and then what we can do is we can instead of saying move to path at 0, we can say move to path at I at 0. No, path at yeah, there was an offset value between x and y for every event. Can't we use that? Yeah, yes, we can. See, the thing is, if we just on mouse down, if we move the mouse to the next position, the problem will be solved. But the problem is, how will you represent this in data? How can you maintain the state? That's the problem. That will, like, visually that will solve the issue. uh, okay, that works, but I'm not sure. Oh, it only works for the first time. That's weird. I think we just do something wrong the second time. Oh, there you go. It says cannot read properties of undefined reading X. I guess it cannot read this. So do not the at I is more than 0. It's not path at I, it's paths. This dot paths. At I dot more than 0. Now I think it should work. Where am I logging these paths? I just want to stop the log. It is at whiteboard at 40. I guess where log. Oh, here it is. Yeah, cool. So why is it not working? Wait. Cannot read properties of undefined reading X at 38. So it cannot read X now also. So at I dot length is more than 0. Why is it at I? It should be at 0. Bro, I am doing this wrong. Oh, it's working, it's working, it's working. We have solved one of the issues, but we haven't solved this issue. Why is it going back to itself? Huh. Why is it going back to itself? Why is it going? Oh, because the close path and begin path. Oh, because close path is like, hmm. I think it is due to the close path and begin path thing. Will this create an issue? I don't know. Oh no, we have fixed it. We have fixed it. Yes. So yeah. So now we can you can draw stuff. You can say, hey, how are you? Whatever. Like you can say this. This is not very smooth. By the way, there are formulas to make it smooth. There are formulas to make stuff smooth. But for now, what like pencil thickness, we can have like a thing called a pencil uh, thickness, and we can start this like initially with like a 1, and then we can start this as well with like over here as well, right? So we and then what we can do is we can just in the draw loop we could have this dot uh, cts dot not this dot, like ctx dot stroke stroke style, I think it's that's what it is called. This dot pencil thickness. What? Oh, it takes this. So we have to say like pixel to this. And by default it is 1. So if we increase this to like 2 or something, this should now increase the thickness, I guess. Maybe. Yeah. So now we can draw stuff. Now the question is how to share the state between two applications, and also how to draw other stuff, how to draw triangles and all those things. So let's add support for other shapes as well. uh, Rectangles, let's add support for rectangles. So yeah, we want to add support for rectangles, drawing rectangles. Let's add support for texts. So we should be able to add text to the whiteboard. If you have any other idea, please let me know. Should we add any other thing like other than these stuff? Oh, this is cool, bro. We are drawing so many things. Oh, this is cool. Okay. So we want to add rectangles and texts. So the next stuff is rectangles. So, and any one of these things could only be active at one time. So what we can say is currently active or active tool. Okay. So by default, it will be pencil. Let's create an enum for this enum tool, and we could have like a pencil. We could have like a rectangle. Yeah. We could have like a text. Yeah. So currently we could have these things as tools. And hey Akshi Rajneesh, what's up? What's up? How are you? How are you, man? How is life? How are you? So the type of this is tool, and this is like this. Yeah. So this is working, and now we have to add rectangles and text support to this whiteboard application. How will we do this? So so by default the pencil is on. So I don't want to do this way. Like this is not the way to do it. I just don't like this way to do it. um i'll just add I'll just add like mouse position. Okay, and then I could have like an this could be a position, right? And I can start with like xy0, and then instead of adding this over here, like whatever we are doing like this, we can say this dot mouse position is equal to this, and instead of this we are doing over here, what we can do is we can do this in the update function. So yeah, if exactly, this is like exactly what we want to do. If the pencil is active, then we can do this, which it will be. I think by default our pencil is active, so everything should still work. Oh, nothing is working now. What happened? Are we calling the update function? Yes, we are calling the update function. Wait, what was there? Okay, so that's the problem. If this dot active tool equal to pencil, then we want to do this rather than this. What is xy? There's nothing xy, so our x is basically mouse pos dot x. Oh, we don't want we don't need this. We can just say mouse pos. Yeah, that would kind of do stuff. You guys are getting this, right? How I'm doing this. So if the current tool is pencil, then to the paths, which is the all the paths which we are drawing with the pencil, just add the current mouse pointer to that. But it is not working. Why? Is it even working? Look, is it even working? Cannot read properties undefined of cannot read properties of undefined reading push. So it's saying that this dot paths, uh, this dot paths -1 dot push. Okay. So we can do like a little bit smartly. So what we can do is we can say if this is defined, then only do this. So we can copy this, paste this. No, paste this over here, and we can say do this only if this is defined. So like if this is defined. Yeah, cool, bro. Works like before. Cool. So the next thing what we have to do is we have to work with rectangles, right? And hmm so we need few states for that. I think for every tool we should have a separate class. Like that will make our application so much more cleaner and so much more better, and it will all not jank up over here. That will have a similar uh, stuff. So we should have a separate class for all of these things. So yeah, let's create a pencil.ts class. uh, every tool will have few generic stuff, few okay, constructor, yeah, uh, export default pencil. Let's transfer whatever we had from that particular class, which is whiteboard application, to this particular thing, because yeah, so every shape, every tool will have a draw function like similar what we have, and what we can do is we can pass few things to this. We can pass mouse x, like these are generic things. So we can pass mouse pos, which is mouse position. Okay, and we can export this mouse pos interface. So this is pos, which is position, and then we can say this dot mouse pos is equal to mouse pos, and we have to declare this over here, mouse pos mouse pos. Yeah, cool. So we can receive mouse pos from the parent, and then we can have like all these things like paths, right? We can have like this over here, and then we can have pencil thickness. All these are properties of, I guess, like a pencil. So, and then again, these rectangles in text doesn't make sense. uh, mm, On mouse down, on mouse up. How can we do this? I don't want to have multiple like on mouse down, on mouse up constructors. Okay, we'll do it. Okay, hold on. Let's keep it there, and then in the draw function we could have like the same thing which we did over there. Uh, yeah, exactly this thing. It's, I think it's suggesting me the same exact thing, which is okay. We're gonna pass the context as well. So canvas 2D, yeah, that's correct. And then we'll have an update function over here as well. Yeah. And what we have to do is we have to just use this in this now over here. Cool. So rather than polluting our main whiteboard stuff, we should do it like this way. So uh, we could create a tool like an, yeah, like an draw and update function. This could have, and then we can say extends tool, right? So and a constructor from derived class must contain a super call. Okay, I don't care about the super call. You can just receive whatever you want. Yeah, cool. So what do you have? Cannot find tool. Oh, we haven't exported it. What do you mean? Interface abstract class tool. How can we define the functions in an abstract class in TypeScript? Anybody have any idea how to do this? We could have like a draw function with like this. No. We could have like an update function. Now, what if we just import this? This is now happy with me. So we have defined two different things. What if we can define them? Oh, definition is required. Awesome. So now we can have like active tool. Instead of this, we can say this is actually a tool, right? And by default, this could be new pencil. Oh, that was okay, I guess. Okay. Now, how can we use this? That's the question we have to answer. So, so we have created the pencil, and now what we have to do is we have to say pencil. Of course, pencil is equal to new pencil. This dot not was, yeah, that's correct. So we have a new pencil over here. Instead of doing this, what we can do is we can say this dot pencil dot paths dot push, all these things, and this is okay. Are we using mouse down and mouse up, all those things? This is, we are not using it right now, but we'll be using it later on. And then this is there. And then what we can do is we can just check if yeah, so if there is like the active tool is pencil, then pencil dot draw, simple stuff. So we'll be drawing with pencil, and technically everything should be still working, I guess. If nothing is working, bro, what happened? So we're passing the context. and here's the update function. Oh, we are not updating it. Okay, this is my bad. So yeah. Oh, wait, are we? Hmm. What went? What are we doing wrong? So this is the mouse position. Okay. So the problem is it is getting the initial mouse position. It's not getting an updated mouse position. So what we should do is we should have. Let's forget about this. I think this is not required. So the tools.ts should be deleted. In the pencil, we can have like an update mouse position thing. Update mouse pos, and then pos, which is mouse pos. Pos, yeah. And then what we can do is we can say this dot mouse pos is good to pos. Kind of cool. Then we don't need it over here, I guess. Then we can say whatever, like an x0 y0. Yeah, whatever this is. That's kind of okay with us. Yeah, this is pretty fine. So now every time this mouse, we don't require this. Like then every time the mouse moves, what we have to do is we have to so uh, every time the mouse moves, you have to update the position of the mouse in the pencil. So here in the mouse move, uh, this dot pencil uh, dot update mouse position this, and things should be fine now. Tool is not defined. Where the tool is not defined? Pencil at 3. Pencil at 3. This is not required, bro. Just yeah. So this super is also not required now due to that. We are finally there. It's there. Wherever we are still there, but now it is much more cleaner because we don't have all these in the whiteboard class. This class is way much more cleaner now of the because of all the stuff. We could make it more cleaner by creating a controls class .ts or listeners .ts, right? And we could have like a class listener. Wait, I don't want to do this way. Okay, let's build something and then we can focus on making it look better or the code quality better. Okay, so the next thing what we have to do is we have to create the rectangle .ts, and then what we have to do is we have to class rectangle, and then we can export this. So we can say export default rectangle, and then the spelling of rectangle is wrong, dude. What is the earlier spelling? Thank you. So constructor, what rectangles have? Rectangles have width and height. So it has a width which is a number, I guess. It has a height which is a number, I guess. It has an x. It has a position basically, which is the type of pos, and it is not defined yet. Okay. So the position, the initial position, let's keep it 0 0. We don't care. And then okay, the position could be undefined. Let's make it something like this. So position could be undefined. So the width could be undefined, the height could be undefined, the position could also be undefined, right? What else can a rectangle have? Is a drawing, I guess, is a boolean uh, which is false by default. So great. Now what we can do is we need few more other stuff. So is mouse down, which is again a boolean which is false, and then okay, so we'll have that those two functions over here as well. So we'll have a draw function. Yes. So the thing is, we want to draw it at XY position, but we only want to draw it if the mouse pointer is there. So if is drawing and this dot position dot height, all these things are defined. So what is the height and width? Okay, so there is some starting position, so and then there is some height and width. So we don't even need the position, it's like the starting position, right? And the height and width is wherever the mouse current position is. So we should not have a concept of height and width. We should have like a current mouse, or let's say mouse pass, which is this. And then we should have like a similar function, which is update mouse position. Yeah, great. So we have update mouse position that will update the mouse position. uh, yeah, so we have to calculate the width and height every time from the initial position. So it should not be position, it should be it's position, that's correct. Yeah, so whenever the mouse goes like this, whenever the mouse goes down, what we have to do is we have to say this dot uh, rect this dot uh, let's create it, let's construct this. So let's have like a rectangle is equal to new rectangle. Again, there could be multiple rectangles, right? Again, that's really important to consider, because the user could draw multiple rectangles, right? So this is our rectangle tool, and then what we have to do is we have to update the mouse position uh, for this as well. So it's a rectangle dot update mouse position. Cool. uh, yeah, so technically this has an updated mouse position now. So while we draw, what we want to do is this could be multiple, this could be multiple so the position would be whenever the mouse, like whatever mouse down happens, and at that particular time what we want to do is we want to add a new. So every rectangle could have like this, could there could be multiple rectangles, right? So let's call it like const rect, like, or rects, something like that. Then that would be empty, right? And every rect will have a rect prop. So we can say interface rect props, and it could have like an, yeah, it could have position, width, and height. So that's what we have to do for every rect. And so by default it will be empty, but this will be basically a rect props array. Cool. Next thing what we can do is we can draw all these different rects. Rather than doing this, we have to do like for let I is equal to 0, I less than rex dot length I plus plus. So we have all the different rectangles. For every rectangle, uh, draw it. Yeah, simple stuff. Draw it. Yeah, but we have to also handle the current rectangle which is under draw, like which is there. So all the previous rects goes here, and then we can have like a current rectangle, current rect, which could be undefined, I guess, which, because current rect, like when you're not drawing, it could be undefined, right? Cool. So like these are drawing all the previous rects, and let's draw the current rect. So if current rect is defined, then draw it simply. Yeah, so if the current rect is defined, and draw it. And our, like what we are considering right now is our rectangle. Also, why is it fill rect? It should be rect, and it should be ctx dot stroke. Yeah, same goes over here. Also, we can just call this once, then and so yeah. So yeah, I mean, how many of you are still watching? Hey, hi. So okay, so what we want to do is every time we click, like we click it, like our mouse down happens, we want to initialize the current rect, and we want to update this based on the current mouse position. We want to update the properties of this, and then it will draw. Simple stuff. Yeah. So every time our mouse goes down, what we want to do is we want to say uh, this dot rectangle dot current rex is equal to, yeah, that's correct, and it doesn't have a width and height. So there is some correct current rect. Cool. And every time this goes this, what we're going to do is this dot rectangle dot rex dot push, and this dot rectangle dot current rex is equal to undefined. Super cool. And now the rectangle, what we can do is we can go in the update method. So this is our draw method. We can have like an update method, and I guess we should be able to, yeah, this is exactly what we want to do. But we are calling draw for this. Oh, we are calling, okay. So in the whiteboard, are we updating this? So if the pencil is this, if the this dot active tool is rectangle, update that. And to test this, we'll right now make it rectangle. Let's test this. Does it work or not? So we can say it is not working. Now we have to debug what's going wrong in the rectangle class. So in the rectangle, is it even drawing something? What is it fill rect? It should be rect, right? From this dot position dot x. So this dot width and this dot height is there. And then we're creating rect. So are we calling draw of this? I'm not pretty sure. Oh, that we are not doing that. Okay. Yeah. It's doing something. I don't know what. Oh, why is it? Are we not clearing the previous rectangle? Oh, we are, but why are we getting this, bro? Are we pushing it every time? That's also we have to see. So on mouse up, it pushes, and on mouse down, uh, we define a current rect, and mouse down too. Hmm. This looks cool, but not what we want. This looks cool. Uh, Something weird is going on. I think it has to do with the stroke, because yeah. So what if we do like path dot, I mean ctx dot begin path, and then we do ctx dot end path dot close path. Does that, oh, that helped. We are able to draw rectangles now. Something is weird about it. So, oh, it's starting from the last position, which it shouldn't. So it should always start with the current mouse position, whatever it is. Okay, the problem is, uh, hmm, are we updating it though? That's the question. So it says the mouse pause. And mouse pause is updated every time the mouse move to the X and Y location. Okay. Why is it goes to the last position though? That's interesting. So I think we have to move to that particular place, whatever the wherever is the mouse, and then we have to update it. Hmm. Why is it happening? I'm not getting it. Why, if we do this, okay, and now if we do this, this is from that to this place. Hmm. Kryptonite. So this is correct. And when we like when the mouse releases, okay, hold on, let me think. So I'm drawing it from here to here, and then I'm moving the mouse. So uh, mm, 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 mm. So okay, let's do this thing. CTX dot move to uh, uh, this dot mouse pos dot x, this dot mouse pos dot y. Uh, no, it's not helping any though. It's not helping, bro. There should be some trick behind this. What is that? Why is the beginning of our next is the previous close position? What is the previous close position though? It's hmm. Let's see what do we give. Okay, so mouse down is there. What should we uh mouse up? First of all, why would we draw from zero? That's the question, right? So is it something to do with this? I'm not understanding. Why are we? This is cool though. You can draw some interesting things with it. But this is not what we want. So our whatever is the x, like when we click it, right? When we click it, the xy position should be like the current the in the rectangle, the current rect should have that position. So let's see what our AI guy has written. So when the mouse goes down, then create with position this dot mouse pos, which is the current mouse position. Makes sense. And zero width and zero height. But when I draw this starts with that particular place, which is weird. It should start with this particular x and y. Why is it happening? So when I go to rectangle, what I see is uh, there is some current rect. So okay, let's debug this. Let's debug this. We'll debug this. So let's learn how to debug stuff on VS Code. So what you do is you just say open link and you paste in that whatever URL you had, and then you place these pointers, right? And cool, we are okay. The problem is it is never taking the current rect, so it's never going there, but it is definitely going there. Wait, this is weird. Oh, it's not able to set these things. Okay, let's stop this. Uh, okay, let's debug this now. It's just not debugging. Okay, forget it. Uh, Run it, bro. Why wouldn't it not work? Let me see. So get it, and then uh, log current rect, and then okay. Current rate at xy is 0 0. How is that possible? Okay, okay, I have an idea. Rather than taking xy from that particular place, which is mouse x, mouse y, why shouldn't we? Yeah. So when mouse down happens, where's the mouse down event? So it's mouse up. Uh, where's the mouse down event? Here's the mouse down event. We get an e, and rather than taking from there, let me say is dot client x. Oh, width and a height. Width and a height. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's correct. That's 0. And then you can say x is basically e dot, yeah. That's more correct. That's more of what I want. It glitches for a while, but now it is completely all right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now we can draw any rectangles, and we can write stuff if we switch to the pencil. Now the question is, how can we switch? We should have some button, right? So let's have that button over here. So in the whiteboard, uh, we should have a function called set tool that gives us a tool, and that is what it is. And then this dot active tool is tool, right? And then what we can do is we can export this, right? And then in the main.js, we could have like several whatever we call it, several control things. So the problem is it wouldn't work, man. Okay, let's have a div, let's have a button, and whatever class. So let's call it pencil, and let's have another button, let's call it rect. Let's call it box. Let's go here, let's call it box. Let's have like a position fixed, top 0, uh, left 0, right 0. And then okay, so we have position fixed, left 0, right 0. Why is it left 0? It should be top 0 and left 0, not right 0. Yeah, yeah, cool. And we could have like some padding, like some text or something like that, and we would have like a z index of like something like 100, so it's always clickable. Cool. So we have two buttons through which we can switch. Rather than having these, let's have some emojis. So it's not a pencil. Can we have an emoji? Yeah, that's what we want. Instead of rect, can we have a rectangle? Oh, that's cool. We can have that. Cool. We have something. So we have a rectangle. We have a pencil. Oh, rectangle. I can. Rectangle emoji. Emoji. Can we have a shape emoji? Like, I know, colorful emoji of shape. Let's have some. I just do not like this. Whatever this rectangle is. We have a shape emoji. Yeah, that's kind of good. I guess let's have a blue rectangle. Yeah, we have a rectangle and we have that. And then what we can do, one more thing is we can just go to buttons and we can say Why don't we have padding though? Uh, uh, 20 pixel. And then in the button, what we want is we want a padding of 5 pixels from the top, 10 pixels from the sides. Yeah, this is cool. So now we have two buttons, which is one for pencil and one for other stuff, like one for rectangles and stuff. Cool. So now what we can do is we can switch, we can give some IDs to this. We can give an ID of pencil. We can give an ID of rectangle to this. Uh, in the main.js, we can have controls. So uh, const pencil is equal to document get element by ID pencil const angle. So don't get rect surprisingly. Now what we want to do is we're going to say pencil dot add event listener on click, do that. Rectangle or on click, yeah, do that. And then we can update the missing part. Super cool. And we could have no tool as an option as well, which will be by default. Super cool. So nothing will be happening by default because no tool is selected. But if you select pencil, you could draw stuff. Of course, there is small bugs, but you could do it. And the next thing is you could have a rectangle. Wait, why does it clear everything when we have rectangle? Bro, it came back when I selected pencil again. I want both of them to exist together. That's kind of bug. Uh, rectangle always remains. Pencil disappears. Oh, but oh, the problem. I get it. 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 A draw should always be called, no matter what. What is the update is something which shouldn't be called. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, draw should always be called. Yeah, there you go. JAYPRAKASH That's my name. And then I can draw a rectangle. I can do so many things. This is cool. So I can draw a rectangle and I can write my name inside it. Oh, there's what is that about? Why it is jumping like that? I have to fix this. That is not something which I like. So hmm. So in the constructor on the on mouse down, we have this. Now what we should do is we should first say mouse pass is equal to client x client y. Now we can simply pass the pass over here. Yeah, this would fix the issue, I guess. This didn't fix the issue. Yeah. Oh, I guess this is the issue with this stuff. Hmm. So we should have these event listeners only on the canvas. We should not have this anywhere else. Like these listeners should be only in the canvas, not in anywhere else. Yes. How can we do it? So we can pass the canvas to the whiteboard. Yeah, that could be one of the options. So we can say we can take the canvas and we can say, yeah, I want the HTML canvas stuff. HTML canvas. In main dot we can pass the canvas. Sorry. And then in the whiteboard, uh, rather than doing document, we can say canvas dot on mouse move, and on mouse up we can say canvas. So all these will be only working on the canvas. Oh wow, JAY, all those jumping issues has been resolved and it's working flawlessly. but there is some offset, bro. There's some offset, I'm telling you. So to fix that offset, what we'll do is we'll go to the index and we'll have write some style for the, so we'll write for the some style for this. We don't need any of these things because we'll be writing canvas, and what we'll do is we'll say position fix, top 0, left 0, bottom also 0. Yeah, that kind of works. Same thing. Yeah. So if we do, so just do, oh, there's some issue there. That didn't work as expected. There's some offset between the, yeah, there's some sort of issue. Where are we logging this? Rectangle at 29. 29. There you go. Let's get rid of this. Okay. So now the question lies how to make it real time. Like we have made this stuff so far. You can draw stuff. Oh, we have a debugger attached. Are you kidding me? At rectangle at 29, we have a debugger. Rectangle at 29, we have a debugger. Why do we have a debugger, bro? I don't get it. Okay, so we can do all these things. We can say j whatever. You can do this awesome thing. You can draw a triangle over me, and you could code 30 different tools of what we're doing. But the question is, the very important question is how to make it real time. Let's do it. Let's do it, bro. Let's do it. Okay. So for to make it real time, okay, to make it real time, uh, we'll have to create rooms in the WebSocket, and then every room will have one, like every room will be basically one whiteboard inside which a lot of different people will be there, and then whatever one draws will be broadcasted to all other people. Simple stuff. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do you want any other tools? If someone is watching, please tell me, do you want any other tool? Pencil we have, rectangle we have, we could have circle, we could have all those things. Circle will be quite simple, like quite like, yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's begin with these tools, and we can explore our library of tools as we go ahead. We could even have a image, bro. Surprisingly, we could have an image. We can draw it on the canvas and do all those stuff. Okay, so let's be a little bit more focused, and let's code our server round because we have nothing in the server. So import. Let's go to the WS documentation. We have create server. We don't want this. That's completely okay for us. Import web socket from WS. Const WS, which is WebSocket server, is equal to WebSocket, and then we can say WS at localhost port. Yeah, 8080 works for me. Should I do it this way? Really not feeling like doing this way. Really not getting the vibe. Why am I not getting the vibe? What happened? Why are you? The expression is not constructible. This expression is not constructible. What are you saying? Okay, forget it. So let's bring this from here, which is from WS, and then why do I do this? What am I doing, bro? Please get lost. Okay. Import from WS, and then what we want exactly this, whatever this is. And let's do one thing. WS does not exist on type WebSocket. What do you mean? Did we install the wrong thing? That's correct. WS dot Bro, let's use Socket.io. This is not, let's use something which we have used. Let's not experiment a lot, at least for now. Initialization. Uh, okay. We can pass the options, but we don't care about options right now. So, 3000 port, is it good? I don't know. Yeah. So 3000, let's run our Socket server on port 3000. I don't really have any problem with that. Okay. So the first thing what we'll do is we'll create rooms. So there will be like on the when the socket will say on socket dot on. We don't have that thing really. Socket, and then we can say socket dot on create room. We could have like a create room, and we could have like a room name, right? Something like that. Then we can create a room. So let's have several rooms. Is an array basically. So rooms dot push this, and then that socket will join that room. That makes sense. And then it will emit the rooms back, which I don't want to do. It's okay. I don't want to emit anything back. So this will be a create room event. And the next thing what we want to do is in the room, what something could do is there could be a board update. So we can say, yeah, socket.join room. Yeah, it's important actually. Wait, hold on. When I can say socket dot on get rooms. I can do emit rooms. Yeah. And then second thing is in the rooms dot push, this will be not like this. This will be room and the users inside that. And it would also have a UUID, which will be socket.id. Not socket.id, but it should have a room ID, which should be generated randomly, like UUID. There was a UUID package, right? As far as I remember. From script, something like that. There was something like UUID, yeah. There was. I just told you. UUID, is it function? How do you use this? .v4? No, I don't think so. This is how you use it. You generate UUID using crypto library. How do you? Oh, it's generate UUID. There's a function called generate UUID. Bro, how to import from where this is imported? Self.crypto. Oh, wait, how are we even going this? So okay, we can have a generate key pair sync. It's something like that. I don't see generate UUID, bro. Random UUID is function, but I cannot see generate. Yeah, that's what we want. uh, there you go. So now what do you mean function explicitly has return type any, because it does not have a return type annotation to it. Okay. Where are we returning anything, bro? We are not returning anything. What are you talking? Yeah. So it's saying rooms is implicitly any type. Okay. All the type checking suddenly came. Okay. The interface is room interface. Yeah, that works for me. And then what we can do is we can just say this is basically room array. And then whenever someone says create room, we simply push things in this particular stuff, which is rooms. And then we say socket.join that particular room. Cool. 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 Yeah. And so this is create room. And then we start with socket.id. This ID is by default. And then there could be a join room instead of get. Get rooms could be one of the things, but we don't want to share that entire stuff. We want to share only the names. Map room names. Might be an ID also, like room name and ID. We're gonna share name and ID. Yeah, these two things we're gonna share. And yeah, next thing what we could have is we could have like socket.on join room. Exactly, that's what we want to do. How are we gonna handle join room? So so there will be a create and join function that will create and join. So let's not do this. Let's not do this. Let's only have a create room and then he can join that room later on. So there could be a join function which will exactly do this. It will find the room with that particular room ID and will push the user to that particular socket, and then socket.join that room ID. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Is it socket.create room? Is that a function like rooms dot okay. What do you mean by socket.rooms? What is socket.rooms? I don't know. I mean, I'm maintaining my own instance of room, but do you have rooms? What do you mean? Yeah. So you can join some room. You can do this io.to some room that it will emit and to something like that, and then you could have like sub room to every room. Okay, I get it. You can event several room at the same time. Okay, so okay, these room, all the rooms will be emitted. Kind of cool. Do we need anything else? I don't know. We don't. Okay. So why is this angry at me, bro? Oh, because okay. Yeah, cool. So we emitted this and we have get rooms, which will give you the rooms. uh, hmm. Oh, we can return from the function as well. I think that is one of the options. We can do that. Hold on. That is one of the stuff. Yeah, I think that works. I think that works. Not pretty sure. I think that works. So we have const rooms, dot find room, dot room ID, whatever room. Yeah, find that room, make the user join that room, and then socket.join that room ID. Okay. And then socket.on. We'll think about the other logic later. Let's first connect to this. Now to connect to this, we have to go to the front end and install Socket.io client to that. Okay. So advanced, all these stuff we have a client, and here is like initialization and all the stuff, and what we require is Socket.io client. I think, yeah, that's what we need. Socket.io client. So we'll say yarn add, not yarn add, it's bun add Socket.io client. Now whatever states we have of the rectangle of the, we just have to share that. So there'll be one thing called get state, and we can share it. we can share it on change, on state change, something like that. It will, we can, yeah, yeah, we can do it. So, yeah, mm, how can we do it? So in the client, in the whiteboard.ts file, this whiteboard could extends or implements event emitter. What is the alternative to event emitter on browser? How can we have event emitter on browser? It's called event target. Okay, so it's extends event target, right? It's really angry at me because we have to call it like super something like that. Yeah, cool. So we have event target, and now we can emit some event. Cool. So we can have like instance dot add event listener, something like that, and then you will have that event. So we could have an state update whenever there is an update. So if there is, do you want to create it real time though? That's the question. That will be too many network calls. Um, okay, we don't care. It's okay. So on every, why do you want to keep sending events when the mouse is not moving? Because ultimately something is happening when the mouse is moving, right? Makes sense, right? What do you think? Just we can reduce a lot of network calls and a lot of burden on our network, because there will be a lot of network calls. So we can say whenever the mouse moves, and if the mouse is down, right? That's also important. Uh, we can call the event. So we can say this dot emit. How do you emit? Like there was an example over here, I guess. So dispatch event, new event, right? And it is state change, right? And then you can yeah, but how can we pass the value, bro? Uh, instance of e fired. Can we pass some value over here, like something else, like bubbles or something like that? Is that possible? Oh, that's property. That's interesting. How can we? Oh, it gives you the instance of. Okay, this gives you the instance of this particular guy, which is okay. Let's see what do we get. So we have this state change event. Can we have like this? Can we uh, uh, how to define all the I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Forget it. In the main dot this file, what we can do is we can we have whiteboard, so we can say whiteboard dot add event listener, and we can have like a state change event, and we could have like a e, and let's log e dot, what do we have as e? I don't know. E dot emit. There is an npm package called event which makes you able to make event emitters in the browser environment. Okay. Okay. What is event? Let's see. We should be having some event. Yeah. So it says it's trusted target. Oh, there you go. So target has everything. So we have a target and that has everything what we need. Oh, that's kind of nice. We can get, oh, that's okay. So technically, what is our state? We have to derive the state from this. So our state is basically yes, but not this uh, dot paths, like all the pencil paths and all the rects. There you go. So we could have all the rects, all the pencil path. Super cool. And now as we have the state, we can log the state over here. So once we do like anything like this, you can see there's like one pencil event which is 0, and if we do like this, you can see like something like that. So that defines everything that we have, I guess. So this two array, there's two rectangles which has this. Both of them is empty. So interesting. Okay, cool. So we have it working. So we have a state of the entire thing, which we can send. Okay, that's cool. Let's have the Socket IO connection now. IO from Socket IO client. And now what we can do is we can just say const IO is equal to, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I think we are running it at 3000. I'm not pretty sure about this. Yeah, we are running it at 3000. Do we have cost for this? Should have a cost for this. I hope the cost never becomes an issue. I hope so. That I'm not pretty sure about it, but I hope so it doesn't. What block scope IO? Okay. Oh, so this is creating an issue with what we have. So you can just shock it. That's a better name. Is anyone watching? No one is watching. That's great. So we have IO over here, and then what we can do is we can emit to this. So let's say IO.emit. It's state changed, something like that. And then state changed, but we have to put a room ID as well, right? So we need a room ID, room creation, all those things. Let's code those. So we'll have to switch this to okay. So now what we have to do is we have to, in the front end, we have an index dot whatever file, we have index.html file. We'll create another file which will be rooms.html file. Let's call it rooms. Let's call it whatever h1 rooms. Right. Does this work if I just go to like slash rooms? Yeah, it works, bro. So we have all the rooms over here. So if you go to slash rooms, we have all the rooms over here. What we have to do is we have to now fetch all the rooms. Super. So we'll have another file over here. In the src file, we can have like a rooms.ts, and in the rooms we can link that file. So we can say script src slash rooms slash slash src slash rooms.ts. I just want to see the index dot whatever index.html ones, how they have linked the file. It's directly by using slash. So there's no dot slash. Interesting. Okay. We have rooms.ts, which it says it cannot find. Okay, cool. So we have rooms.ts, And now we can have like a div, and we can give like a ID to this, and this will have all the rooms, and you can create a new room by using this. Should we use Tailwind CSS? Let's use Tailwind CSS. Tailwind CSS CDN, whatever, Tailwind CSS. Quit started, play CDN. You just have to link this. This will do our stuff. Cool. Now, yeah, now if we refresh stuff, things will be very cool. Yeah. So now let's have 3XL or like a 2XL. Let's have an overall body first. So let's have like a padding of 3 or 4, and then have like 2XL. And then what we can do say is we can say rooms over here. Why doesn't this auto upload here? Why doesn't it auto update? Why doesn't it auto update? And then what we can do is we can show the list of all the rooms. So we can have a div, and we can say class, not class, ID rooms. That is a different thing. We'll think about that later on. But first, let's have border to Excel, border to border to border blue 500, rounded MD, margin by 3, margin X2. Let's have an input, and let's have a placeholder, and let's call it room name. Right, you could have a room name which you can type over here, and then let's create a button for this, so we could actually submit it. Button, or like let's say let's add some ID, create room or create button, and let's have some ID to this as well. Let's say name, and we can call it like create room, right? So you can have like some button, I guess. So this is create room. Why is it like that? I don't know. Oh, it's the bot. Okay, getting it. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, padding X3, padding I2, and then BG blue 100. That's the room name, and that's the create button. And then let's have the button like look a little nice. So blue 500, text white. Yeah, and we can have like some padding to the overall thing, like a padding 3 would be good. Cool. And then we can have like a margin, so margin top 3 would be good. And then what we can do is we can just keep the margin over here as well. So we can px3, py2, rounded md. Okay, good. So we have a create room button. Kind of cool. We could have like some bit of interactivity also. We can say hover pg blue 700. So when we refresh this, if we just hover over this becomes darker. Kind of cool. And yeah, one more thing, we can like copy this and like have this in the class of this as well. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so let's now start quickly coding this. So we can say const create button is equal to document dot get element by ID. I don't remember all those stuff, so just get it here. I guess it is create, where it is lost. So it's create button. Next thing is we have the input, or like name. Is a document dot get element by ID name. But is it the name? Is it the ID name? Yeah, it is. Cool. So we have name. What happened? Why are you angry at me? Blocks post. Hello, you live just got recommended to me. Hey Nikhil, hi, what's up? How are you? And how is your life? Room name, whatever. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'll have to put my laptop into charge, otherwise it will turn off and say, "What's up, Nikhil? How is life?" By the way, what if you're guessing what we are making? Just we have a whiteboard. We constructed whiteboard, which you can draw and you can play around stuff. What we'll do is we'll make it real time that you can share it with your friend under a room, and then you can be happy. This is throwing all error and all over here. The reason is that there's a lot of things pending right now. So by default, we want the rooms to be hidden. Yeah. Okay. So we have a code with Anish. Hey Anish, what's up? What's up? How are you guys doing? How is life? Let me drink some water. I've been speaking since hours, I guess. और अभी बताओ, what are you guys making? क्या बना रहे हो? Ah, I'm sorry अगर yeah. Okay, let's start again. So we have the create room button and we have this, and then what we can do is we can just have room name. We can say add event listener, and then we can say if there is change, right? Any change, we want to say that this is the room name, const room name. We don't want to make it const. We want to say let, and we want to say empty, and then cool. So then say room name is equal to event.target. Why are you angry at me? Wait, oh. I can say a room name element because this is actually an element, and then I can hold on. Then I can go over here and we can say element. Cool. What do you mean? E can be possibly null. Okay, so if E is defined, then we can do this. Currently working on GFG campus website backend. That's amazing. Bhaiya, what are you doing? DSA? I am not doing DSA, bro. What I'm trying to make is a real-time shareable whiteboard. So what I've done is I've created this whiteboard stuff where you can do anything. You can draw, where you can like do any of these things. So I've added two tools. You can add as many tools as you wish. But what we want to do is we want to make it real time so that we can share this, just like Excalibur or anything like that. So you must have heard websites like this, right? Where you can draw and you can share stuff and will be shared to the next person. He will be seeing in real time what you're doing. We are trying to create something like that. Like at least that's the goal. Like a very basic version of that. I am not doing DSA. There's E dot target dot value. Interesting. Oh, bro, there is a E. What do you mean? It's like E dot target is not defined. What do you mean? Target will be defined, bro. Oh, if there is some value, then update this. Okay, so this could be also optional. What do you mean? What do you mean? The value does not exist on type event target, but I just wanted to say TS ignore right now because I know this exists for sure. So we can say e dot target dot value exactly. And then what I want to do is I want to set that value there. Super cool. So we should have that value now. And then when the button is clicked, we want to socket.emit create link, create and all those things, but we'll have to import and create the socket again. So I don't know. How should we do it? Import भैया, everyone says without DSA you can't get a job, but मुझे DSA समझ नहीं आता. Anish bro, I'll tell you the reality. See, I am a tech lead I'll just tell you my example, right? I am a tech lead. I've been working in the industry for like 3 years. I'm currently 23-year-old, right? I'll give you my LinkedIn. You can see. I haven't seriously done DSA ever. I'll just tell you the truth, right? I have never done DSA seriously ever. What what matters is, can you do the actual thing which is required in the company, right? Like, can you create the website which the company says? Can you do those things, right? DSA, the actual DSA, you'll use the DSA which you learn, like trees, hash maps, and all those things, like 1% of the time, literally 1% of the time, even not that. But learning DSA is definitely good, but I wouldn't say that it is crucial. You can't get a job without learning DSA. No, that's completely false. That's not true. You can definitely get a job without learning DSA. What I would recommend is, see, like your interest vary, right? So you could be interested in web development, you could be interested in like machine learning. Recently I got interested in machine learning. I would like to show this thing. Everyone see, I bought a new book. This book, I wouldn't recommend, don't read this book. This is for like, if you're interested in maths and stuff of like machine learning, is good. But so like, if you, whatever you're interested in, right, try to create something out of that. And if you could create it, whatever you create, mention it in your resume, and like you could get a job actually, right? Yeah. People say a lot of things. People say degrees is important. Funny enough, I haven't completed my graduation yet. I'm still doing it, but I have got a job. So the simple stuff is, you should be able to do stuff. That's all. That's all what matters. Socket.emit create room name, but we don't have this sockets object. So how are we gonna do it? So let's import yeah, that. And then what we can do is, we can say socket is equal to, yeah, that. So SOCKT, yeah, cool. So we have a socket connection. We should be having a socket connection. We don't have a socket connection because we haven't started the server. So let's start the server. Let's do that at least. Let's come back and let's say yarn f. Oh, it doesn't run. bun index.ts. Please don't crash. It doesn't crash, so that means it should be good to go. Cannot use import statement inside a module at white vanilla whatever. How to add new page. Get started. Vanilla ts. How to add a new page, bro, to a vanilla ts whatever website? We have an index website. What's next? I think I'm doing something wrong. Something is very, very fishy, huh? Something is very, very fishy, huh? I'm getting like an index.html, and then I can put this over here. Should I do something like that? No, I shouldn't do it something like that. Now how to tackle this, bro? What's up? If you are here, say hi at least, bro. If anybody is here, say hi. We are stuck right now. We have to think. How to add a new? Let's add Chat GPT. Chat GPT or Bard? What should we? Whom should we ask? Let's ask Chat GPT. Hold on. Let's ask Chat GPT. Can I close this? Is that possible? Okay, so let's ask ChatGPT. How to add a new HTML page to a white vanilla project. Okay, to create a new and white vanilla page, I'm thinking to switch TypeScript. Would you recommend? Definitely, bro. 100%. Go for TypeScript. TypeScript. So create a new HTML page in the src, for example, new page.html, update your index.ts. Ah, okay, bro. That's how you do it. Okay, that's kind of easy. So you make it over here. We should create a pages dot something like that. And then what you do is you go to your main.ts file and you can import. So you can import dot slash whatever dot slash like slash. You can import dot slash pages slash rooms dot html. Yeah, and then we should be able to access it. That's Chat GPT is superb. I love Chat GPT for this reason. Hmm. We have to create our own router. Are you kidding me? Hey Aryanshu. Hey Aryanshu, what's up? How are you doing? And what's up? How is life? What are you doing? Are you a student? Are you a programmer? Are you a software developer? What do we get? Test from. Oh, we did not read. We did not read. Oh, that's the thing, that's why everybody says we should read the full answer instead of cutting everything in between. So we'll have to open Chat GPT again now. So it says that do this and then okay, configure white to handle HTML page. Okay, update the index.ts file and add this in your src file. Add new page.html. Okay, start your white development server to see the changes. Oh, that works simply if you just. Oh, that really? Are you kidding me? So if you just go to slash rooms or like whatever, I'm still in the same thing. It doesn't change for me. Um, hmm. I think add middleware. Middleware should we add middleware? Are you really sure? Uh, what does it use, bro? I mean, like that works if we just place the rooms in the. If we do the like slash pages slash rooms, does that work? It doesn't work. Vanilla wheat, add another HTML page. This is how to create a multi-page application following. This is exactly my question. This is exactly what I want to ask. So this is our tree structure. This good last. What it says is there's a way to make it work. Just following the advice of wheat and do a small changes in the file structure. You do like this. You go admin and do index.html, which is script slash main.js, and then so uh, we have to add every path to the config. Which script is script src main.js. Okay, and then view and stuff like that, which I don't want. Okay, so let's do something like this. This works for me. So we can remove this. Let's go to wheat config. Should we call it white or wheat? What is the correct pronunciation? Uh, so It is not getting it. So how long do you build logic in development without doing DSA? So how do you build logic in development without DSA? Oh, bro. So building logic in DSA, I think it's completely habitual. Just build enough applications and you'll be able to build logic. That's it, bro. Just build enough applications and you'll be able to do so. Like learning a DSA, I mean, learning a binary tree uh, could be helpful in improving your reasoning and logical skills. Like, definitely it does, but if you build the applications, that too also helps. Like, you'll be habituated to build anything within like few months, 6 or 7 months, whatever you develop, you'll be able to formulate like stuff. Can you do? How can you do stuff like that? This is so bad. Why is it so difficult? It shouldn't be. This is so easy stuff. Uh, multi-page application. Right. Let's go to their official documentation. They would be giving something. So get started. Uh, try white online. Okay. Scaffolding your first application. Uh, okay. How should we? How should we? Hmm. I just let's see the code, bro. Let's see the code. So there's one index file over here, right? One index file over here which we just used. What? TE? I didn't get it. So one index file is over here, and we want to render another one, which does render if I just move this to over here, but then our imports and all that dynamic stuff doesn't work. If I delete this, right? Hmm. Does work. I mean, if I just go now, if I just go to localhost, whatever, like rooms.html, it does work. It doesn't load anything else, which is surprising. Uh, I think there's like we have to restart our server. The server has gone wild, so we'll have to do it. Slash rooms.html. Nothing happens. But oh, this is in the wrong level. So if we just go to the top level, then we should be able to go to the rooms. Yes, we are in the rooms now. So, but it says cannot use import statement outside a module, which is rooms. Then how are we? Oh, wait. This is the rooms.ts file. Oh, the type module. Okay, I think that's what we are missing. That's what we were missing, bro. That's what we were missing. It's type module. And then everything is good. Yeah, everything works now. Great. So now we can go to the same file where we were, again, rooms dot whatever this, and then we should be able to okay, so it's not able to connect to this whatever we are doing, uh, I guess because this index.ts Doesn't seem nice. I mean, index.ts. We have a socket and we have a room, and then we say on, but we don't say io.listen or something like that. Like, is that a thing? How do you start this? Let's see socket io documentation. Uh, socket io docs. Uh, so is there? Hmm. So we have server over here. We have installation over here where we do the server stuff. Uh, and let's build this using HTTP server. I mean, yeah, yeah. Let's do that like that way. So import from H. I'm sorry. Import something from the HTTP. Yeah. Let's have the create server, and then what we can have is we can have like a const server is equal to create server, something like that. And then instead of doing this, what we could do is we could have like a create also. What was it? We could have like a server or socket or what is it? I don't know. Uh, how do you create with the initialization on? Yeah, this is what we want. This is what we want. So we want to host it over an HTTP server. Uh, create server, and all of these things should be like uh, uh, from the HTTP, and this is not required. And you can say server over here, and then you have like HTTP server over here. What are you angry at? No overloading found. HTTP messages and all. What happened? Nothing happened. Just yes, ignore. Yeah, and then you can say io.on connection and stuff like that. We can cut this over here. We can move this to the end. Paste this over here, and then you have a room ID. Implicitly has any type, which will be a string type, and this should be good to go, I guess. But wait, hold on. We don't need a type over here now. Yeah, yeah. And then we can we do have a listener over here, so we can say log server started on port 3000. That's definitely an option. Yeah, server port started on port 3000. Super. So we should be good now, I guess. If we just go to the rooms.ts, we shouldn't be getting this error anymore. 3000 error 200 access. What do you mean by it? Get at this results in 200. HTTP server listen at port 3000. HTTP server create server. Uh, hmm. Are we starting at a different port? So we are starting at 3000 port, right? Which is correct port. I think we are not giving the address properly. It's HTTP port 3000 localhost, which is correct. I mean, why are you not? Let's go to the network tab. Let's see what is the issue. So this socket.io. Why it is going to socket.io? Ah, interesting. So it is getting a status code 200, which is fine. It has, is it, does it have something to do with this thing? Uh, no overload match to this type. Let's check the documentation again. Create server is a subtype which comes from socket.io. And yeah, that's what we are doing, bro. uh, and that's what you are recommending. What do you mean? Oh, it's options is wrong. uh, Import incoming message is not accessible of type HTTP incoming message. And what does it expect? It expects constructor. So params is HTTP server, port, or options. So if you pass a port, let's say 3000, rather than are using our own HTTP server, and then when we say IO dot listen on port 3000, like just listen would also work, I think. But that doesn't work. We can say log server started and port 3000. That should be fine. It says failed to start server. Is port 3000 used? Use something else, bro. Use oh, let's not define this. What do you say? Yeah. So okay. Time for the truth. Where is our app? Our app is lost. Bro, let's uh this is let's do it that normal way. I don't know to add express. Why is it uh something sometimes does it happen with you guys also? Something which you have done like thousands of times. Like you don't even know how many times you've done it. But it doesn't work for sometimes. Like you don't really know why the hell are you not working? Like you feel like that. Like you have done this thousands of times. Come on, just that is the moment for me right now. I mean, come on, why wouldn't you work? That's exactly what I'm doing. That's why I want to do it in TypeScript. Yeah. So it like see the same code, exact same code, nothing different we are doing. Where's my VS code? Yeah, it's here. I mean, uh, yeah, exact same thing. And then it doesn't work. We don't want any options right now, but it does not work. Oh, let's test it independently. Like let's, I have Postman, I guess. Do I have Postman? No, I have Hop. Yeah, this is the fake Postman, I guess. So this is something I have. So we can test our application in this, I guess. So if our server is running, which it should be at port 3000, we should be able to test it. Real time, that's a WebSocket connection. WSS at localhost port 3000. Connecting to WSS port 3000. Oh, it's not WSS, it's WS. Sorry, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Don't do that. Yeah, wait. How to stop it? I don't know. Uh, can I can I stop it? Hop. Okay. Real time WS local post 3000, and if I send, I it says connecting. Oh, it's socket.io. That's what I want to connect. Whatever. It's WS, and then we have localhost port 3000. Failed to connect. What is there at HTTP localhost http localhost port 3 down? It's absolutely nothing hosted. 404 it comes. And then do not work. Write in HTTPS connection, HTTP2 connection, and then with Express. This is how you do it. And it's an HTTP server. What are we doing wrong? It's definitely something with our server. Is it Bun? Is it Bun the culprit? Who is Socket IO does not work with Bun with Bun. Oh, oh. So Socket IO doesn't work with Bun. Simple stuff. Start a WebSocket server. So they have their own some custom implementation of all these bullshit. Bro, why Bun? Why you wouldn't tell me that this is a Bun issue? WebSocket bun.serve supports server-side WebSocket with on-the-fly compression. Thank you, Nikhil. Goodbye and good night. This is a bun issue. So we'll delete this and we'll try to write the bun version of this. Bun.serve, and then we have this port and this route and all this stuff. We don't want to do that way. We have a port and then we have a web socket, and then we get a socket over here. Is it how it is? Socket.on and all this stuff. We don't have that. So socket itself accepts, like, it is not a function, surprisingly, which I suppose it would have been. And then message, which gives you a message and message. And then what the hell is message, bro? Oh, WS, its message is like a single connection. And then Oh, it's open. No, bro, we want Socket IO. I mean, that's not an option. I'll not be running this on web, on no on Bun, because this is Bun is don't use Bun for your TypeScript project, guys. Bun is stupid. Bun doesn't work with something and it doesn't even tell you that it is not working due to that stuff. So what we'll do is we'll just get rid of a lot of things like our node modules, tsconfig, and yeah, and let's open the package JSON. Uh, 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 we have Socket IO, right? So let's install whatever we have, whatever Socket IO stuff we have, and then we can install several things like TypeScript and TypeScript and node. Yeah, and then we can do like an npx whatever we don't care about this. So and yeah, I have dts node. Uh, bun is not like index.ts should work, I guess. Node dev, I mean yarn dev. It says start unknown command ts. Okay, you'll forget that. It's ts yarn dev starting ts node index.ts. Unknown file type ts. Unknown file type ts. What do you mean? Unknown file type ts. Uh, we should have it in the src folder. Yeah, and now what we can do is we can just say dot slash src slash something like that, and then we can do like npx tsconfig.json, which will create a tsconfig.json for a node based project. We don't want to do one stuff. Oh, we don't want this one, definitely. We want this one to not have a base url, and we can do yarn dev, which still says it doesn't know a file extension.ts. Known file extension. I think the type is not module, that's why it is creating this issue, which will be fixed once we tell that the type is module. Still there is no improvement. Unknown file extension ts not unknown file extension ts no. This happens when the property is set to module in package.json. Okay, so this happens when we set it to module, which we don't want to. Oh, the problem is over here. Okay, now I'm getting it. Yeah, now things make sense. Okay, now we can run it. Super cool. Now we can go to the src whatever index.ts and we can yeah, we can do all those stuff. So we can import Socket IO. We can import server now from the Socket IO. Okay, and and we could have like const server is equal to server, something like that, and we can call it IO. That's like a better name. And then yeah, new will also be cool. And yeah, things should be fine now, I guess. I should be able to do yarn dev now, or yarn dev now. Cool. So I should be able to connect to this WebSocket now. Fail to be connecting. Yeah, yeah, bro. Finally we are able to, so which is cool. Now what we'll do is we'll go to the Chrome, and then we'll see what is the status of that rooms thing we were building. Yeah, will it give the same cannot connect to? Ah, wait, why are you still giving me this error? Oh, this is course error. Oh, we can fix this one. We know how to fix course errors. So you can say course origin all, that will allow all the origin, and that should restart our server as well. That's awesome. And refresh this. Finally, a successful socket connection. Yes, finally. Yes. So we should be able to do stuff now. Cool. We are having a socket connection now, and in the front end, the SRC, uh, in the room.ts, we should be able to so create room event. I think there's no event called create room. Like in the index.js, there's no event called create rooms. Oh, there is an event called create rooms. Interesting. And it should emit get rooms. Can I return the rooms? Is that possible? Let's see. So, okay. And can we get a result back? Is that possible? Uh, Seems like it is. Okay. Res. It says res. Entity at any type. Oh, let's have any type. Like I don't care right now. If I click, what do I get in the console? It says connection refused. Yeah, I don't have anything on the. Let's forget about this. Let's say, do we have something? So, log new connection made socket.id. If we refresh, technically it should have new connection made. It's coming two times because there's two different places from where this is being accessed, I guess. So if we just close all of the other ones, should only, yeah, it comes only once. So it only happens once. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Yeah. So if we click this, okay, cool. So what should happen when we do create rooms? That's the question. We it is push this. That's good. And now what we're gonna do is we wanna emit. So we're gonna say io.emit rooms cool. So here, uh, so like initially only we'll say io.on rooms, not on connect, on rooms. We wanna say we'll get rooms, I guess, with their IDs and stuff like that. So what we have to do is we have to take that container we have in the top. So wait, why are you doing it over here? I don't know. You shouldn't be doing it over here. It should be inside the rooms.ts and socket. Interesting. And then now what we can do is we can just say const rooms list. It's not rooms list, I guess. Rooms.html. It's rooms, right? And then inside the rooms, what we can do is we'll have rooms, right? So we'll say rooms, right? So as soon as someone connects, let's throw the rooms at them, because yeah, initially there will be few rooms, right? So as soon as someone connects, what we want to do is socket dot on disconnect. We can say yeah, we can do like socket.id. And then what we can do is we can just say socket.emit rooms. Yeah. So we technically we should not be doing this. uh, get rooms. Hmm. On get rooms, emit get rooms. So hmm, although it should be like this. This is stupid. uh, Initially only it should emit rooms. uh, yeah, and then here also it emits rooms. That makes sense. Okay, so in the front end it logs rooms. Yeah, let's see how does it go. We have an empty rooms, that makes sense. And if we say test and it doesn't do anything, which is surprising to me. uh, so rooms button, if rooms name exists, then uh, creating room, and then we have a underscore over here. uh, test. There you go. So we have a new room with all the users inside this. That's a success. Okay. So we have rooms basically. One thing we have to be like, actually we don't need users inside the rooms. Like that's not required. That like the Socket.io itself takes care of that. So we don't kind of require this. If this is done, then we are good to go. Okay, so in the rooms, in the rooms.ts, what we want to do is once we receive the rooms, we gonna go through the rooms and we can say so const HTML is equal to and yeah, we don't want to do it something like that, but yeah, that would work. Now what we can do is we can say that uh, for each room, which is basically so we'll share the definition of the room between backend and frontend, and we just room is basically the room, and then instead of this, what we can, yeah, let's see, does it even work right now or not? So we just say test creating room something else. This is creating room. It doesn't emit something. That's interesting. Uh, room list dot inner HTML. But what is room list? Rooms. I think we have an error somewhere. Test. We have creating rooms, but uh, hmm, log rooms. Hmm. There you go. That's the test. It should be there. I mean, why are you not working, bro? I guess the problem is with this rooms because we don't have a rooms list, something like that. So we do have, oh, this is hidden. That's kind of stupid. First of all, what we have to do is even if there is a single, like if there is a single room, we'll have to make it, well, let's not have it hidden, like forget it. Too much by now. Yeah. Let's have test. And there you go. That's like the test room. And then we can have like something else. Yeah, something else. And this is cool. This is great. Okay. Next thing, we can do this. Hold on. So in the rooms, if the rooms dot length is if rooms dot length is equal to 0, then rooms available. That makes more sense than what I was doing. Oh, but this works. Yeah. So if there is no room, it would say no rooms available. It shouldn't say this in li, I guess. Yeah, and then let's make it a little bit more fancier by actually making like a div yeah, and the class is equal to px3 p by 2 shadow md, and flex, and then justify between. And then what I can say is I can, yeah, do that. So if I say test, oh, that's interesting. That's the room ID, and you say join. Super. One more thing which I want to do in the rooms dot whatever this is, I want to basically say margin top 3. Yeah. So you can do this. Now you can say another room, create room. That's the another room, and then hey, how are you? There you go. Super cool. Okay. Uh, One more thing which we want to do is, once we like kind of like um, once we can I say this? Once we have mm, so we have rooms now, clearly, but once we write, like once we this is done, we should do this. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was talking about. If I say something and create room, and then other thing, and then create room, and then this is doing this. Ultimately, we'll say how many members are there as well in a while, but like let's have it something like this for now. So when you click join, basically what will happen is this will have should have some ID. Uh, hmm. So join should do on click join room. That should call join room with something with room.id, I guess. What? Oh, it's room. There's nothing called ID in room, which is surprising. It's room ID. Okay, so it will call join room, which I will create a function right now. Function join room, something like that. Yeah, I don't want to do it. First of all, I want to say join room ID. So first of all, I just want to make sure this works. Yeah, test. Syntax error, invalid or unexpected token at 19. I guess there's some problem over here, because on click is not like this. I get it's like this because it's not React. Invalid syntax token, something like that. We shouldn't do it like this, I guess. It is not a good way to do it. Yeah, let's do it in a proper way. Let's have like a const let's have like copilot create whatever HTML is above with dot create element. Const. Okay, cool. Rooms listed append. The hell, what are you talking about? Oh, so I can have a container here. Okay, so this is not what I want, clearly. This is not what I want. What I want is I want to create a div. That's okay. And this div should have class list. Should add all these. And then hold on. const. So like let's call it container, something like that. And then I can have like a const room info. Yeah, yeah. I don't yeah, do that. It's doing its thing. Yeah, that's what I want to do. But I think the only thing which is missing in this is this is not required anymore. We have to add styles to all of these things. So read info dot class list dot add all these things. Uh, Sorry, I know the code looks super horrible right now. I just want to make this work and then kind of like think about the code and stuff like that. I could do this entire thing in React. Yes, I can. That would have been so much easier. HTML is not defined. What do you mean by HTML is not defined? So I can say whatever that. Yeah. No rooms available. Kind of cool. So I can say test. Join doesn't have all these amazing UIs. That's interesting. Join button dot class list dot add. Ah, cool. Test. Oh, cool. Now finally we have. So now we can say join button dot add event listener on click. And I call join room that with that particular room ID. If I say click join, you can see join this particular room ID. Superb. So there's not it does, bro. Just give me a time break. Okay. Yeah. So the next thing what we want to do is when this clicks join room, we just simply say io dot emit. Not io, it's I think socket dot emit join room. And if I just say test create join creating room, something like that. And it says connection refused. And if I say join, nothing happens, bro. Join room is not a function, doesn't handle this. So we do receive a join room request. Join room bird. Okay. Can we say join room? Yeah, join room is called. So things are going to the backend, and now what I have to do is I have to just it's not returning anything. Can we? That's the question. So if we emit something, we just emit it. I mean, can we expect a result? We can do that. That would be amazing. Return test. Or like test from message. Can we return from a socket connection? I think we can. Not sure. Test join. It doesn't work even. That's not something which you can do. You cannot return something again. Makes sense. Yeah. So you can't do this. So there's like this is a callback function which you can use, but definitely you can't do this. Hey 20 Kiran, what's up? How are you? How are you doing? We are making a real-time whiteboard application using HTML, Socket.io. I don't know what at this point. Tailwind CSS. Uh, yeah. How are you? Uh, how you build your logic building skills? Okay, the answer is very simple. Build stuff. Build, start from simple, increase your complexity as you go up, and you'll be there. Simple. Yeah. Okay. Right now, my even my logic is not working because we have so many issues. So we can create rooms right now. We can create the rooms. Why is it no room available and test at the same time? That's kind of strange. It shouldn't be happening. So if that happens, okay, let's clear the room every time we just okay, that's the issue. Got it, 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 got it. So let's say what is that? No, we don't want to do it for each or something like that. So in the container, okay, room dot, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Wait, what? The left hand side of the assessment expression may not be optional. Uh, list. Let's say, uh, so we have the final room list dot append we do over here. Before everything over here, what we want to do is we want to say room list dot inner html is equal to this. Now this is not very much happy with me. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with this. What? I have basic knowledge of Python, but I don't have logic building skill. What to do? You have basic knowledge of Python, right? Okay. I would just go to this library. You know this library, right? This library. Forget about the news, bro. I just wanna, yeah, this Py games, right? Very interesting library. Start creating something out of this. Start creating ping pong. Start creating bouncing balls. Start do simple stuff initially, right? And then you can target complexity. Like, yeah, build something. Build something. Just like start with a rectangle which moves left, right, up, down when you click the keyboard. That's how you start, right? And then go on from there, and then you'll be able to build a logic. I have basic knowledge in Python, but I don't have logic building skills. What to? This is one of the examples, right? When you think, you learn how to think. I'm sorry if I did not answer your question. You can ask anything which you wish. Um, why are we even doing this over here? We should be doing it over here. Yeah, this is just angry at me, just shouting at me. And then it says the left hand of this option may not be optional or property access. So inner HTML is not property. Okay, what we can do is we can just say the dot children dot can we do that? Can we remove it? Can we remove? How to remove all children of HTML element? You are a student or doing a job industry. I am both. I am a tech lead. I'm a software developer, and I'm a student both at the same time. So I work at a startup as a tech lead. Uh, 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 Text content is null. I don't want text content. Remove child last. Remove all child. Remove. Is it all? No, we can't do that. Remove. Thank you. What was I doing? Room list dot inner HTML is equal to this. I don't care. Just ignore this. Yes, ignore it. Says transform failed with one error. Invalid assessment target. What do you mean by invalid assessment target? Uh, how to do this? How? Roomless dot ch children dot has child nodes dot remove child. What do you think career as a data scientist in upcoming years? Bro, data scientist is amazing career. Like in upcoming years, at least what I would say is it is one of the most demanded career. Yeah, it is. It will be one of the most demanded career. It is right now also one of the most demanded career. Remove attributes. Remove. What do you mean by remove? Does it remove this only? Yeah, that's what it does. Bro, I don't want to do this. Not inner HTML is not working. So can we have anything else? Some good place. Replace children. Because I'm pursuing right now. So you're pursuing data scientist right now. That's amazing. You uh just just that's amazing. You're doing the right thing at right time. So congratulations first of all that for that. I mean, I'm also studying data science, so this I'll just show you my data science books. So this is one of the books. This is I'm showing this for second time. I don't know why. This is the deep learning. I'm actually learning data science as well. Data science is something which is gonna grow for sure. Rooms list, uh, rooms list in our HTML. Okay, let's focus. Let's focus. Let's focus. Rooms list dot replace children. Replace children. Child with with nothing. Can we replace children? Not child. It's children. Replace children with nothing. That will kind of like work. So if we just say test, that would be test. Uh, something else. It was something. Yes, it's working. Can you suggest me a good book for it? For data science? Bro, data science is very vast. What do you want to learn in data science? Like machine learning, normal data science stuff. Uh, like what do you want to learn in data science? Data science is very big, extremely big. So we have this, something else, and we have test. And this is the property. Okay, this is great. This stuff is working. Now what are we gonna do? Here we say, okay, we say join room. There's nothing like we do not get a third call back from this. So you join the room, and after joining the room, what you have to do is you have to, but the socket instance is not the same. NLP, that's interesting. Natural language processing. Okay, I would recommend few videos. I don't know about books. Books also few I know, but some of the most amazing videos which I've seen is by a guy called Andre Karpathy. I'm sorry, I cannot spell him, but yeah, uh, this guy is basically was the, I think, lead architect at Tesla, and this guy is amazing. Basically, if you go to his LinkedIn page, if you read this, senior director of AI at Tesla, he's really amazing, and he has YouTube videos. So if you go to search YouTube, go to Andre Karpathy. This guy is amazing. So there is few videos on LLM, like few of them, like this one. Let's build a GPT from scratch, and there's a full Make More series which I followed. I think these series and these. Just watch all these videos. These are some of the best available video on the internet about NLPs first, like normal NLPs. So these are one options. Second is what was that book? Wait, hold on. I just forgot the name of the book. None of them for sure. There was a book. I don't remember it right now. For basics. Yeah, for basics only. These he teaches right from the starting. Like even if you know basic Python, you'll be good to go. Right? So oh man, who was an ad? Come on, get lost. I don't know. See an ad. but he teaches right from basic. Come on. Okay, there's too many ads, but he teaches right from basics. Please suggest more for me, please. For the Python, what it's that for Python? Okay, sure. I have done. I think I'll be also starting an NLP series really soon. I am also very like I love NLP stuff. I'm also learning NLP a lot these days, so we'll be also doing. And I'll definitely suggest some books, but I don't remember the name. The book which I read. Uh, Again, where was I? I'm just forgetting what I was doing. So we have rooms and we want to join that person and then this is tricky, but how will you maintain the same socket ID? Uh, uh, so there would be nothing called create or join or something like that. I think we'll have to, the socket ID will change because there's a new connection. Yeah, socket ID will change. We can't join the room. This is not, we should not do it. Rather than this, we should do like window dot location dot location dot replace. No, not this, but I'm like, I'm asking what Pythagon, which is your best. Oh, you're asking. Oh, that. Oh, you're asking what Python, which is which is the best YouTuber for Python. Which is the best YouTuber for Python, bro? Bro, haven't ever like, yeah, I haven't watched a YouTuber for Python. I know the specialty. So like, if you want to learn research stuff, I know who is good at research. I know NLP one also who is good at Python, bro. If you like crazy stuff, you can watch Geo Hots. He's like really good at like creating crazy self-driving cars through Python and all. I don't know about basic Python. Where can you learn basic Python? I would YouTube channel. I don't know, to be true. W3 schools is good. I've tried this. For basic Python, this is good. Yeah. But I would suggest you if I find something. Right now I could not recall anything. Okay. So what are we doing right now? Creating room. And then we just replace it with the room ID, which we don't want to do. So what we want to do is we want to do like hashtag, no, question mark room ID is equal to something like that. Does that work? Test join. Okay, thanks. Oh, that's amazing. I'm happy that I helped you. That's room ID is equal to room ID. Is it is equal to, how do you do that? Query, let's search. God, I just want to see how does it look. So it's like question mark, then Q is equal to something like that. Question mark room ID is equal to. That's how you do it. That's correct. Uh, yeah, that's how you do it. That's correct, bro. Why am I doing it at 3000 port? I don't know. 5173 should be the correct port. Yeah. So if I just go slash rooms, I don't have room. If I just create test room and then join it, so that's the room ID. Yes. Now the next thing is we have to join this user to this particular room ID and we are good to go. I think our work is almost done. So now we have to go to the main.tsx file and we have to extract the room ID. So we'll say const room ID is equal to document.get element by ID, and it's room ID. No, that's what I don't want to do. I want to do location dot path name dot split at this. Add two. Is it really what room ID is? Let's see. Uh, it says undefined, but we search. What does search give us? Gives us this dot dot split at equal at one. Yeah, that would work. So that's the room ID we have. So we have the room ID. Now what we want to do is we want to basically say that I want to join this room as soon as I open the connection dot image join room with that particular image ID. But the problem is this says connection refused. Now it doesn't say connection refused. That means I have joined this particular room. And now what I want to do is whenever there is, so I want to send two things. First is the state, which is the state, and second is the room ID, right? So we want to send two different things. We'll fix that, don't worry. So let's go to the backend now, and we have what do we have? We have we have we should be having uh socket dot on state change, and now we receive two things, which is state and room ID. Yeah, but we don't want to emit to, but when we say emit, what is the broadcast? Emit. Socket emit to everyone else. So sending to all clients except the sender, it's emit. Oh, it's called broadcast. That's simple. So instead of emit, it's a broad. Oh, it's not. Oh, why did I close the? Do I have history? How, how to emit to everyone other than the sender. So it was socket.broadcast. Oh, it's socket.broadcast. So it's how it is, but what we have to do is socket.broadcast dot to room ID dot emit state change state. Okay, that's good. So it will send to everyone except you yourself a state change, basically. Simple stuff. And then uh, we have to merge your state with everyone else. So we'll push every data which everybody else gives you. Yeah. So this is yeah. Let's try to do it. So if we just say io dot on state change, whatever the state we have, and we say something like that. That doesn't work, bro. That is weird. I don't want it over here. Let's have it over here. Yeah. So let's have two instances of the same room, for example. And can we, so let's open the terminal of both of them so that we can at least see them. But that is not shared with another one. Yeah. Has our server crashed? Doesn't look like our server has crashed. Whatever. We have written test and does it. So we have state change. We have io.emit state change and room ID. Is this working in the backend? So we have the state change event. State changed, something like that. And then we have it over here. So refresh this and let's go to the back. Oh, we do get in state changed stuff. We do get, so the state changes are going to the backend for sure. Uh, Now we have to see why are we not receiving it at this room ID. So either the person who has joined the room has not joined the room. So log joining room, whatever this is. So refresh this. Let's restart our server. So we have one connection, but we don't have joining room because we haven't called that. Yeah. So in the main.ts we have what do we have? We have io.emit join room and then rooms ID. So, but is join rooms being called? That's also a question. But hold on. Why do we have the underscore there? That's insane. We had the wrong event name. That's the reason our stuff was crashing, I guess. We have something. Does not say it's triggering this. So we have join room, and we are emitting the room ID. And what if we just say join room? Okay, something like that. Does it? Oh, join room is being called. But what's the room ID? Let's see. Are we passing the room ID even, like log room ID? That's purely working. So the problem is we have to restart. Yeah, now it works. Cool. It looks like it is working. I mean, yeah. And we are receiving state change. So technically we should be receiving state change over here, as because we have a state. Let's compare the name as stat change. Yeah. So as we have on state change and we receive a state, and what if like we just do log state change received, something like that, and we just change this to like that. Yeah. So what we could do is we have to refresh this test, something like that. I don't receive it here. That's strange. Why are we not receiving it? So what if we just okay, so what if this broadcast to and all those things we just remove and we just directly emit to the socket? But wait, hold on, why are we doing this to socket? It should be IO, right? Oh, that's the mistake we are doing. So it should be IO, it shouldn't be socket. It should be IO, and then it should be no, it should be socket over here, but it should be IO over here because we want to not do it on the scale of this. Then IO doesn't have a broadcast, which is insane. IO dot dot is there any to, yeah, to this room ID dot emit state change. Okay, I guess it's definitely going there. Nothing is being received by the server in the state chain. That's insane. Why do that? Oh, there we go. But we don't receive anything on the receiving end, which subscribe to the same event. Okay, so we get do we what do we emit? So state change, we have it there, and we log this, and then we say to this room ID, uh, just do this. So what if we just don't do this room ID stuff? I think we'll have to do it eventually, but I just want to see stuff flowing in the both directions first. Oh, there's something. Oh, something crashed. It says room ID is declared, but the value is never read. Yeah. Uh, okay. Let's refresh this. Let's refresh this. Let's. Oh, it's receiving on both ends. We can fix this, but why the room ID thing is not working? So when I say this, that create room and then join room, socket dot join that particular room ID, which is correct. This is rooms dot find room with room ID, and then if room exists, then it joins the room ID. Okay, the problem. Oh, I got the problem. I got the problem. It was all correct. Uh, it was all correct there. The problem was the rooms doesn't exist. Even this was correct. Uh, yeah, this is all correct. This is all valid. The problem is the rooms doesn't exist, so they do not match, and that's the reason it was not working. So what the option is basically very simple. What we have to do is we have to go to rooms, create a room. So let's create a test room. Let's join this, copy this, paste this, and then if we just do this, the state change is received. Super. So okay, now what we have to do is we have to log log. We have the state. So we shouldn't do this. I guess this is wrong. So we get the state. We should go to whiteboard, and there should be a function called load, like update state, something like that. Um, Update state, and it receives a state. Uh, so it receives pencils, like it receives a state, right? Which doesn't have any type, but it's okay. So which has like a whatever, like right now it has any type. Like let's test it, then we'll find it. Then we'll do it. So right, like what we'll do is we'll say this dot pencils dot paths dot push state dot path pencil pencil. What do we send? So when we emit the state, so when we say state changed, uh, we stay we send the state which is pencil and rectangle. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that the yeah. So we do this. So here, what we ultimately want to do it is we want to say that whiteboard dot update state, and then give that state to this. That's it, I think. And state change, what are we sending in over here? That also we have to consider. In the state change event, we directly send the state. So technically we shouldn't be requiring to like something like destructure it or something like that. At least I guess. So restarting, so again we'll have to go through all those processes of creating a room, because yeah, rooms, we could have made like room like a store it, something like that. Right now it's completely in memory. Yeah. uh, so definitely works. It says cannot read values of X. So the problem is something else. So we'll have to see what do we receive else. Okay. The problem is okay. The problem is the pencils. Okay. Okay. I think I do get the issue. This restarts that as well. So we'll have to create the rooms again. Uh, this will be annoying. Uh, so let's have a room ID test will be which will be there for permanently right now. So what do we get? We get pencils. Okay, we get exactly what we expect. So now I think we did solve the issue. So what we have to do is instead of push, okay, it is pushing. Wait, hold on. What would be the issue? Uh, it says cannot read properties of X. Rectangle.ts26. Rectangle.ts26. Uh, okay. The problem is okay. So it is pushing the rectangle which we don't want. We don't want to push them. Uh, what we want to do is that's an array, right? So we want to say that this is basically this dot pencils dot paths, and yeah, this is what we want. More like what I want. Paths is equal to this is what I want, and then when I say rect, it should be equal to something like that. So it isn't spread operation. I think it will be really slow, but whatever it is, let's this time it should work. Uh, rooms, we say test, and we say create room join. We just paste this over here and we say this. Ah, it works. This is awesome. It is really slow though. Yeah, it's really slow. So I think we shouldn't send this so frequently. uh that's one of the issues. So we should we should throttle the amount of time we send this. So this is clearly working, right? So if I just go there and if I just draw a rectangle, I guess the rectangle should be there. uh okay. I have one pencil. Why do I have a pencil? There should be a one rectangle, bro. Why do I have a pencil? That's kind of weird. What were we even sending? Okay, let's throttle the request and then we'll fix this because yeah. So on mouse move we say the state changed, but we want this to be done way less. So in the constructor we can send the request every second. That will be cool. So set interval. What we want to do is we want to do it. We want to say this dot uh, dispatch event state changed, something like that, and then we want to say we want to do it every 1 second. Yeah, just to like avoid that server restarting issues. What we can do is we can let's test this. Like forget it. Let's have rooms. Let's say test create rooms join. Copy this, paste this over here, and yeah, that's way much more manageable than we have created a real time thing, but Our cursor is having some issue. We can fix that, but yeah, we did manage to create this. How many of you are excited for this? We did manage to create this. We don't have this over here yet. Whoa, that's slow. I don't know. Why is it so slow? And what if we just have a rectangle? Does that goes? Bro, this is slow. Oh, that draws. That goes. See? So we're logging the state somewhere, which I don't want to do. I want to remove this state log. How can I do that? There's some sort of console.log thing going on somewhere, which I don't want to do. Well, the problem is when you okay, so let's fix this issue of like restarting server again and again till the time we test. Is let's create a room. Yeah, let's create a room and room ID one and generate some random UUID. We don't care. So don't generate some random UUID. Let's have like this ID equals like test, right? So what we can do is we can just always go to this ID test and we'll connect to the same room, which is room one, and same thing. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Yeah, we did it. We finally made it. Okay, I can do stuff now. This is kind of cool. Oh my god. 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 Why is it going so slow? I think we are doing something very wrong over here. Uh, my whole browser crashed. My browser crashed. Okay, we are doing something seriously wrong, I guess. Yeah. So we were doing something wrong. Uh, yeah. Not something. This like my browser crashed basically due to like a lot of pressure. But it shouldn't crash. I mean, why is it crashing though? Because it's receiving the state at very fast pace. What's the case? Hmm. I get it. I get it. Hmm. So technically, what is happening is we are like we are sending like whatever the amounts of path we are collecting. Like if we are collecting five, we are sending five, and next time we are sending six, and next time we are sending seven, and all those seven is getting added, and it is trying to draw again and again and again and again, due to which it is getting very slow. Okay, what's the solution? The solution is let's only send the changes. Like let's not send the other stuff. Let's only send the changes. Okay. Okay, but how do we do this? That's also the question. Hmm. This is a complex problem. We solved this. We'll solve this, but I mean, we're clearly able to do a lot of these things. Okay, so we are able to draw a rectangle and it's real time. So we achieved our goal, but it is very slow and it lags like anything. and it goes crazy as soon as we. Oh, wait, hold on. So the problem is we are adding it again and again and again and again. So the every event should have a unique event ID and it should only exist once throughout the stuff, like throughout. How should we do it? We want to not have any duplicates. So we send it again and we send it again and we send it again. We only want to send the changes. So all the new things should be sent rather than everything getting sent again and again and getting appended on each other. Interesting problem. Uh, how do we do this? How can we solve this? That's the question we have to answer. Uh, in the whiteboard, we have this is what we are doing. That's the problem. We are receiving the new state and we are appending on it, which we don't want to do. See, I can do this. I'll just show you. This will be very fast. This will appear very fast, at least. This will appear very fast. But this is like, then it will not be storing it will not keep its own state. Are you getting it? So now that the performance would not be an issue. So localhost 3000, no, 5173 slash room ID is equal to test, right? And if I just do it now, this will be happening quite fast, I guess. No, it's not happening. So we get state depends. What is the issue? What is the issue? Why are we not working? Okay. So okay. It's not pencils, I guess. Something. Hmm. What we were doing before definitely works. Why does it work? If we remove this dot pencils dot current path, what does it do? I think we have the wrong something. We're not receiving the data. That means our test ID is wrong. That means our room ID is wrong. So the room ID we have is test. That is correct, bro. Why are we not transmitting data? Interesting. Why are we not transmitting data? Okay, let's do it like how it was before. It's not working now. What's the issue? Nothing changed. Why are you not working now? My bad, my bad, my bad. So the query was wrong. Okay, I get it. So now I think we can do that. We can do this. Yeah. So, but we don't have the question mark over here. That's the reason it wasn't working. Now I think it will be working quite fast, but there's one issue. This is not too direct. Like this will not state it like its own. Yeah, you can see this is quite fast. This doesn't have any issues. But the problem is when this does this, it does share the state. Kind of interesting. So it's working. So it is working. Why are you working? Because I think both of the states are synchronized in each other's. Like, yeah, there's one state. There's like two copies of the entire state of the two uh, canvases. Yeah. Okay, now I get the reason why it is working. This is way faster. Way faster. So basically, there's two versions of the same thing stored twice. So if I just write my name over here now, so like J A Y, and if I draw a triangle over here with me, yes, we did achieve a real time with like two tools. We could have definitely done it a lot better, but we finally did it. And that jumping issue, I'll just quickly fix that. Pencil, where is my pencil? The problem is that the initial mouth position is 0 0, which shouldn't be mouth position. Not mouth position, I mean mouse position. This is the issue. So let's make it optional. I mean, who cares? Do you care? Uh, yeah, yeah. Another problem is this. Okay, let's do whatever it was doing. Let's go to the let's go to the whiteboard. And when someone presses the mouse down, what I want to do is update the pencil mouse position. Yeah, no, just mouse move. So when the mouse goes down, first is this dot pencil dot update mouse position. This dot mouse. Yeah, just want to update this before pushing this. So this will prevent that issue from happening. Yeah, super good. Now this is great. So let's try to collaborate. Okay, let's try to build like let's select this. Let's try to build a land, some trees there, some more trees there, a sun which is in real time shared between two with the room ID and stuff like that. Uh, let's build some fonts. Let's have what cannot read properties of undefined reading pause. My rectangles now is angry with me. What happened? Uh, 26. 26. Vect dot pause. What is the vector dot pause? Forget it, bro. So as soon as I draw something, it will go there. See, I'll just show you. Yeah, see, that's magic, right? It synchronizes the store state between both of them. So if even if one of them will be having it, the both will have like one as soon as the event is sent. So we draw a rectangle, which is our frame, and then what should we do? We should draw something. Let's draw some grasses. Let's draw some trees, and let's draw some birds. Let's draw some mountains, right? And let's have some river flowing like that. So that's pretty much it for today. I hope so you guys enjoyed the video. It was really long, and thank you for watching the video, and bye bye, have a great day, and yeah, bye.